Hey y'all, Hunter Elliott, rangehot.com. Hope you're doing well. You will notice to my starboard, your port, is Chad.
Hi everyone.
Say hey, Chad.
I said hi everyone.
Yeah, I know. He's awesome. Believe it or not, I do have a reason for Chad here to be here. Hopefully he's going to remain quiet until he's called upon. Just raise your paw whenever you're ready to talk, and I'll call upon you, and you can share with us your
vast knowledge.
Yeah, that's the word. We are finalizing our review on the new Colt Python. Now, you'll look back, it was a few months ago that Chad and I went to Gunsight Media Day and spent the day shooting a lot of the test samples of the 4 1/4 and 6-inch pythons, and that was wonderful.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. It was a great time. Gunsight is an amazing facility. However, we got a day, and while you can get a lot done in a day, I reached out to my buddies at Colt, and I'm like, hey, look here, y'all. I had a good time. It was great. But I would like to get a test sample for myself to really spend some time with and be able to develop a deeper opinion on the gun. 6-shot, 357 Magnum, double action revolver. Overall length is 9 3/4 inches with a 4 1/4 barrel with a 6-inch barrel. Overall length is 11.5 inches. Overall height is 5.5 inches. Overall width is about 1.5 inches. Weight, 46 ounces unloaded. MSRP is right around $1,500. So as you can see here, externally, they're very, very similar. It does have the ventilated top rib that you're used to seeing. You do have this full underlug. It does have a rear adjustable sight, adjustable for windage and elevation. Now the front sight is different. This front sight is the same that you can get on the Cobra, the King Cobra, and the Target, where it does have an insert that is user interchangeable. While these stocks are different than the original Python stocks will fit on this revolver. And as I'm told, if you've got a Python holster for an original Python, this will also fit in that. As time passes, technology advances, metallurgy gets better, manufacturers take advantage of that. The Python itself, the new Python, is made actually from a stronger material, and they've also increased the top strap by about 30%. And this is really, in a lot of revolvers, the weak point. And so by increasing that top strap and also building it out of a stronger material, this Python is going to be able to hold up the new technology of the high-performing 357 Magnum ammunition like you see with double tap. The old Python, though a wonderful revolver, it had a tendency to be a little delicate, and if you fed it a steady diet of that hot 357 Magnum, it could come out of time. You could have some problems getting that repaired. It takes the right gunsmith to retime an original Python. So they've updated a lot of this to make it stronger, more user-friendly, more durable. The trigger parts, it does have a fewer trigger parts than the original Python. However, the trigger parts that they're using now are a lot more robust. And so that's going to not only increase in the whole overall durability of the revolver, but it's going to give you a very consistent trigger pull from cylinder to cylinder. The big deal a lot of people are talking about is, well, it's not hand fitted anymore. And that's true. Very little hand fitting goes in this revolver. However, understand this. These revolvers now are machined on a CNC machine. So instead of a man or a woman sitting at a Bridgeport milling machine milling these out one at a time, almost by hand, you've got a computer controlled mill machining them. So a lot more precise. And when you can machine stuff so much more precise, then you're obviously going to have less time hand fitting. The Python was measured by its trigger. The original Python had an amazing trigger. I've shot a handful of them. Never a disappointment. Is this revolver worthy of the Python name? In my opinion, it is. Chad?
Never shot an original one, but I think it's a fantastic revolver.
The double action trigger pull was right around 8 pounds, and the single action trigger pull broke just under 3 pounds. So very nice, crisp, consistent trigger pull that is equally as good, and many, myself included, would say probably maybe even a little better. As always, there's going to be an article on rangehot.com that I will link into the description below that has all the specifications of the gun, a lot more of the detail-oriented stuff. The videos is always just a video overview. We have two opinions. One, maybe a little more valid than the other. I'm not going to say who's who, but, you know, you decide. We probably... it's tough, y'all, I swear. We've got about 500 rounds downrange all total in this revolver.
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate. How clever. Probably about 70% of those were 357 Magnum, and the rest remaining was 38 Special, give or take. Now, there's a big disconcerting, I'm not even really sure the right word, but there's a lot of lunacy. Wow, there's 2 in a row. You can sleep the rest of the week and you're still productive.
I'm going to take Monday off.
That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody. A lot of lunacy going on, a lot of hate going on the new Python. Now, I saw a lot of stuff where that people were having problems with the cylinder rotating and different sort of stuff like that. Now, suffice to say, at Media Day, there were no issues with any of those revolvers. This one, 500 rounds, mostly 357 Magnum, a lot of 38 Special, nary a problem. I'm not saying there wasn't a problem. A lot of people are used to shooting semi-automatic handguns, a lot of striker-fired guns, stuff like that. When people are running these pistols, they're used to staging that trigger, where as soon as that sear breaks, they're not going through the full range of motion. And I get it. On a semi-automatic, you can get away with that. On a double-action revolver, any double-action revolver, you have got to let that trigger completely reset before you go back to your single-action or double-action trigger pull. Maybe some of that user error, operator valve out of adjustment could have contributed to some of that. I'm not saying that was all. I'm just saying that that's probably some of it. But this one was good to go, and from what I understand, any problems that were arise, Colt addressed, and it has been repaired. So we're completely good to go on that. We shot it at 25 yards, 3-shot groups. It's printing about 2 inches at 25 yards. As always, there'll be a chart on rangehot with all that information. And for me, at 25 yards with my eyes, that's about as good as I can do. Chad has got probably about as many rounds downrange on the test gun as I do.
With this.
So thinking about Media Day a little bit, but thinking about this revolver in general as we've worked on it and shot it, and your kids had some time shooting it.
Yes.
Observing that. Give me some input from you on what you thought.
It's a nice shooting revolver. It's easy to use. We had no difficulties. My 15-year-old daughter shot several rounds out of it. She had no issues running the gun, and until this model right here, I think she shot the King Cobra Target.
She did?
Had no issues with that one as well. It's fun to shoot. She had a blast shooting it. Everybody that came over had a blast shooting it. It's easy to handle, and it's pretty. The idea of a revolver is that it's simplistic.
Exactly.
You pull it out and you shoot. Like I said, Colt builds an awesome gun anyway. I have a few of them. I've been fortunate enough to shoot a bunch of them. I think they make a great gun. You can go, it's a Python.
Yeah,
People go, that's cool.
The Python name.
Yeah.
The roll
There's
mark.
a history to it. There's a reputation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of collectors right now that are grumbling about some of the issues we talked about.
Well, they'll talk the gun down because it's made today.
Right.
Instead of being a classic, Python. But hey, it's a Python. Colt owns Python. Colt makes Pythons. It's a Python.
I mean, you look at the Ford Mustang.
Yeah.
It's not, the 2020 Mustang ain't the same thing as the 1965 Mustang.
No, but in some ways they're better.
And there's still a Mustang.
Yeah.
So the collectors that are grumbling, they're the ones that hoarded these guns, and they wanted $3,000-$4,000 for a shooter grade Python. The average person that is into guns, that's a stretch. Where Colt was like, hey, you know what? We can reintroduce this gun better, stronger, more reliable, and let the masses now that have been clamoring for Pythons for a long time that couldn't afford one, now's your chance.
It's the Lee Majors of revolvers.
We have the technology. We can rebuild them. You younger folks ain't going to get that, but you should look up the $6 Million Man. And Lee Majors did the Fall Guy too.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, that was an epic. It is easy enough to shoot to where even if you were introducing someone into revolvers, you can, with the 38 Special, have a little bit less recoil. And you can ease someone into shooting revolvers with a very accurate, easily shootable revolver such as this one. The 357 Magnum is a very formidable cartridge for home defense, self-defense, hunting. You've got a lot of gun in this gun. That sounds kind of stupid, but it made sense when I was thinking about it, so just go with me. I feel in my heart that this is certainly worthy of the Python name. I'm completely satisfied with the Revolver and how it performed and how it shot. Chad?
I think it's a gun that's built up to today's standards. I think that it has impeccable quality, and as always, it's fun to shoot, and that's it, I guess.
All right, y'all, that's it. So remember, there's going to be an article on rangehot.com. I'll link to that below, as well as the original videos that we shot at Gunsight. Check those out. If you got any questions or comments past that, reach out to me. You can email me. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I'll link all that stuff in the description. If you like the video, please subscribe. That's about all I got. You good to go? You satisfied?
Yeah. Feel free to mention he should pay the help.
When I get some help, I'll pay him. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Be safe. We'll see you at the range.
Bye, everyone.